Hi, my name is Andrea Bradshaw, and this is my portfolio website presentation. My area of focus is branding and front-end website development. So in researching my portfolio site, I really focused in on branding and web design companies, especially paying close attention to those that are located near me in the Seattle area to see what I liked and didn't like about their sites. Two that really stood out to me were a branding and website design company called Thrive and another company called Murmur. So what I really liked about Thrive was how they laid out their projects. They have the heading of the project, then the problem, what they call the prescription, and then the result. So I liked the breakdown of how they identified what the issue was and then what they did to solve that issue, and I knew that I wanted to emulate that similar strategy in creating my own portfolio site. Then on the other side, you'll see a screenshot from Murmur's website, and this just happened to be that they incorporated very similar colors to those that I had picked originally at the beginning of this course when we were starting our mood board work. And their whole overall site has a very similar kind of tone and visual feel for what I was already going for. It was very clean, very simplistic, and so I really went back to reference them a lot to see how they laid out the material in a very simple and delicate way that still was very impactful and powerful. So once I got my inspiration, I started putting together a list of the projects that I was going to be working on, at least working on presenting. And so these are 3 of the 5 projects that I ended up with. The first is Blue Seal Ink, which was a full branding and website design. And you'll notice I wrote out what their problem was, what my solution was, and what the result was, similar to how Thrive had laid it out on their website. And then I did that for all of the other project ideas I had. So the other 2 listed here, one was an e-commerce website, another was a logo design, and then the 2 others that I also incorporated, one was a responsive website and one was front-end mock-up layout. So once I had my projects gathered, I started kind of sketching out my sitemap and just some rough ideas of what the wireframe might move towards. So I started by just laying out what pages I needed and what content would be on those pages. Then I went to my main pages for my home page, my contact, and my resume type page, and started kind of sketching out those layouts to then move over towards wireframes and mockups. So from my rough sketch, I went in and started putting together the wireframes, and this is an example of one of the specific projects that I did, which was Stonebrook Kindergarten, and that was putting together a mock-up for a single-page website layout. So you'll notice that on one side I have the wireframe, and then on the other side are screen grabs from how that site ended up looking. So at the top, I've got the problem and solution, followed by a design strategy, followed by wireframe, and then ultimately the mock-up. And I used similar color blocking and layout that Murmur site had incorporated. And so here we have it, my homepage on a screen. And so the end result I was really happy with, and I hope you guys get a chance to look at the live site. I think it came together really nicely. All of the projects are, I feel, clearly laid out, and I'm really excited to start sharing it more. Thanks so much.